What's up guys, my name's Dean, or as most of you know me, Twisty, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Academy update. First thing you'll notice is that there is a bat manager here. I'm just going to go through it very quickly. It's pretty simple. Basically, you can create and edit bats using whatever custom logos you have created. I'm just putting one of the default ones here. And then what you can do from there is assign that bat to a specific player. So unlike the previous game where you needed mods to modify the textures of it, it's all in-house now. It's all the default logos, default whatever here, but then you can specifically apply it to a number of players. So if you want to apply it to an entire team, if you wanted to apply it to just one player that has that specific bat, you can totally do that. So that is all fairly simple. Basically, you just click on the dude. I'm just going to go with my created player here. And obviously, if you have created players, you can do that here. So I'm just going to give it to my man, Monkey Man, with all of the ridiculous tattoos there. So, and then you can go and you can actually change the training ground as well that you want to bat on. So I'm using my created Whacker Stadium. I know it's no good, but then, well, it's like, okay. But let's take a look at some of the new features here, which were in last week's update, which I didn't get a chance to look at. And it's that you've actually got a whole bunch of gameplay modifiers. I totally missed it there in the menu. It just was like, oh yes, let's just go out of that. But I'm about to go into there in a sec. So we're going to go to the settings here, go on gameplay modifiers, and now there's a whole bunch of sliders and values. If you were watching my live stream from PAX, you would have noticed that this was in there. In that build, they were showing this off, and we didn't actually play around with it a little bit, but I'm going to do that now. I'm going to crank up the bowling speed for the pace bowling. It can go up to, I think, 210 kilometers per hour, so it's pretty quick. Makes your timing window much shorter, and you can actually change around that timing window, the amount of bounce, the amount of turn it's going to get. So it definitely is good thing to change around at some stage. Find what works for you. Do it a bit when you're batting, when you're bowling as well, just so you find the right mix and balance of what it is you actually want from the pitch. And that way, you can play your way. You can play with this amount of bounce. You can play with this amount of spin. It's a more, customizable pitch, I guess, in that sense. I know a lot of people... Oh, there was a few comments before about, can you make your own pitch? Well, no, but what you can do with these modifiers is change the way that pitch plays and how you are playing the game. So if you're thinking, there's not enough bounce, increase the bounce. There's not enough spin, increase the spin. There's too much spin, I can't play spin as good. There are a bunch of ways to now change that with these gameplay modifiers. So if you do have the Academy on PC, I highly recommend going through, just checking it out, playing around with a few of the settings, and getting ready for it. And remembering all of this is going to be available day one in the game once it is released. I've slowed it right down now to sort of the minimum speed, and everything's coming out ridiculously slow. It's, I figured, might be some good practice for the women's game at some stage. I think that they had the, it was really slow at some stage there, which I found quite difficult to play when I was first playing through it. So I was like, alright, let me just test out the slowness, try and get a little bit of my timing better there. So, what obviously is something that you can, test out and see what you're good against, what you're bad against. And now what I think I was going to do is just crank up the max bowling speed to, something ridiculous. Just so I had 0 minimum, full maximum, and I was hoping it would just give me a very variable speed. Alright, just, very variable. I know that doesn't make sense, but, one time I could get a 60k ball, next one could be 200ks, is what I was trying to do here, and sort of make my timing, better, have that big variability about it, I guess, and make my timing better. But that is it for this week's Academy update, or probably the last 2 weeks, really. So go around, play with those gameplay sliders, leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.